Title: Why Some People Never Feel Satisfied with Their Achievements. You got the promotion you've been working toward for months. Your friends are congratulating you. Your family is proud. Everyone's celebrating. But instead of feeling accomplished, you're already thinking about the next level up. Instead of enjoying the moment, you're focusing on everything you still haven't achieved. The satisfaction lasts about 5 minutes before your brain starts whispering, okay, but what's next? You're not being ungrateful. You're not impossible to please. Your brain just processes success differently than people who can actually enjoy their wins. And there are completely normal reasons why some of us turn every achievement into a stepping stone rather than a destination. Let's start with what's actually happening when you accomplish something big. Most people feel a sense of completion, a moment of pride, maybe even some relief, but your brain immediately shifts into comparison mode. Instead of thinking, I did it, you're thinking other people have done more, or this isn't enough yet. It's like your brain has this invisible measuring stick that keeps getting longer every time you reach it. You set a goal, work toward it, achieve it, and then discover the goalpost has somehow moved while you weren't looking. What felt like success yesterday feels like the bare minimum today. And here's something that happens to a lot of achievement-focused people. You've learned to find your worth in what you accomplish rather than who you are. So when you're not actively achieving something, you feel restless, maybe even a little empty. Success becomes less about the actual achievement and more about temporary relief from the anxiety of not being enough. Think about how you felt as a kid when you got a good grade or won something. There was probably pure joy in that moment. But somewhere along the way, achievements started feeling different. Maybe because adults started expecting more each time, or because you learned that being successful meant you were valuable. The problem with tying your worth to your achievements is that it creates this endless cycle. Each success proves you're capable, but it also raises the bar for what counts as worthy. You can never rest because resting feels like going backwards, and going backwards feels like failing. Research shows that people who struggle with achievement satisfaction often grew up in environments where love felt conditional on performance. Not necessarily in obvious ways, but maybe your parents lit up more when you succeeded than when you just existed. Maybe praise came with achievements, but regular affection was harder to find. Your brain learned that being accomplished equals being loved or accepted. So now every achievement feels temporary, because deep down, you know you'll need to achieve again soon to maintain that acceptance. It's exhausting, but it's also the only way your brain knows how to feel secure. Here's something interesting about people who can't enjoy their wins. You're often incredibly hard workers and high achievers, precisely because nothing ever feels like enough. That drive that makes you unsatisfied also makes you successful. The question is whether the success is worth the inability to enjoy it. You know that feeling when someone compliments your work and you immediately deflect or point out what you could have done better? That's your brain protecting you from getting too comfortable. If you accepted the praise, you might get complacent. If you got complacent, you might stop achieving. If you stopped achieving, who would you be? And there's this weird paradox where the more you accomplish, the less each individual achievement means. Your first promotion felt huge. Your second one felt good. Your third one felt like what you deserved. By the fourth, you're wondering why everyone else seems more excited about it than you are. Studies reveal that our brains adapt to success the same way they adapt to everything else. What used to feel special becomes normal. What used to feel impossible becomes expected. You need bigger and bigger wins to get the same satisfaction you used to get from smaller ones. But here's where things get tricky. You start comparing your current achievements to your past ones, instead of appreciating them for what they are. That project you finished isn't impressive because you've done similar projects before. That recognition isn't meaningful because you've been recognized before. Nothing counts because everything becomes routine. Think about other people's reactions to your successes. They seem genuinely excited and proud of you, but you're looking at their enthusiasm thinking, if they only knew how much more there is to do, or this really isn't that big of a deal. You've lost the ability to see your achievements through fresh eyes. There's also this thing that happens where you focus on what you haven't achieved rather than what you have. You got 9 things right and 1 thing wrong, but you spend all your energy thinking about that one wrong thing. Your brain has trained itself to scan for gaps rather than acknowledge completions. The moving goalpost problem is real. You think reaching a certain level of success will finally make you feel accomplished, but when you get there, the definition of enough has mysteriously shifted. It's like chasing a mirage that keeps appearing just beyond wherever you currently are. And honestly, there's something sad about working so hard for things you can't even enjoy once you have them. You put in months or years of effort toward a goal, achieve it, and then spend about 10 minutes feeling good before the cycle starts over. What's the point of success if it doesn't actually make you feel successful? Here's what people don't understand about achievement-focused people. You're not arrogant or showing off when you downplay your successes. You genuinely don't feel like they're that impressive. Your internal standards have gotten so high that things other people find amazing feel ordinary to you. But there's also this fear underneath the constant striving. If you stopped achieving, if you were satisfied with where you are, would people still care about you? Would you still matter? The achievement treadmill feels exhausting, but it also feels necessary. Most people who struggle with achievement satisfaction have this voice in their head that sounds like, you could have done better, or someone else would have done this faster, or this doesn't really count because it wasn't perfect. That voice probably isn't even yours originally. It's something you learned from someone else's standards. The weird thing is, you probably give other people credit for achievements that you wouldn't give yourself credit for. Your friend gets a small promotion, and you think it's wonderful. You get a big promotion, and you think it's not enough. You have completely different standards for yourself than you have for everyone else. Research suggests that learning to appreciate your achievements isn't about lowering your standards. It's about recognizing that you can be proud of what you've done while still working toward more. Success doesn't have to be either permanent satisfaction or immediate dismissal. The goal isn't to stop achieving or to become complacent. It's to give yourself permission to feel good about what you've accomplished for more than 5 minutes before moving on to the next thing. You worked for it, you earned it, and it counts, even if it's not everything you'll ever do. Maybe the real achievement isn't reaching some final destination where you'll finally be satisfied. Maybe it's learning to find satisfaction in the journey itself, including the moments when you actually succeed at the things you set out to do. So next time you accomplish something and your brain immediately starts looking for what's next, try pausing for a moment. Not because you should stop striving, but because you deserve to enjoy the fruits of your own hard work, even if it's just for a little while. Are you someone who struggles to feel satisfied with your achievements, or do you celebrate every win? What do you think makes some of us always looking ahead, instead of appreciating where we are? Let me know, because I suspect there are more people running on achievement treadmills than we realize. To get more psychology content like this in your feed, please subscribe, hit the like button, and share your experiences with us. You'll be supporting our efforts too. Thanks for watching.